Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a gorilla. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the top part of the body. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. To the right, draw another circle as a guide for the bottom half of the body. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. Make the two circles roughly the same size. Place this circle lower than the first circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also, pause the video to draw at your own pace. On the top left side, draw another circle as a guide for the head. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle as well. Make this circle about half the size of the first circle. Place this circle higher than the first circle. Inside the head, draw a curved horizontal line. This is a construction guide that will help you place the facial features later on. Draw a curved vertical line on the top left side for another construction guide. On the bottom of the shape, draw a smaller circle as a guide for the lower section of the head. Pay attention to the size of this circle in relation to the head. The top of this circle should touch the horizontal construction guide. The bottom of this circle should be outside of the head circle. Under the first circle, draw 2 long sloping lines as guides for the arm. Make these lines long in relation to the body. The top of the shape should be wider than the bottom. At the bottom, bend the shape downward to create the guide for the hand. The guide for the hand should be similar to a small square. To the left, draw another long vertical line as a guide for the other arm. Make the bottom of this shape flat for the other hand. Most of this hand will be hidden behind the first hand. Under the circle on the right, draw 2 long sloping lines as guides for the first leg. Place the leg along the right edge of the circle. At the bottom, bend the shape to the left as a guide for the foot. Make the bottom part of the foot flat. Draw the top of the foot as a short curved line. Draw a similar shape to the left as a guide for the other leg. Draw 2 vertical lines as a guide for the top of the leg. At the bottom, bend the shape to the left to create the guide for the foot. On top of the head, make a small mark to make the shape of the head bigger. Connect the small mark to the left side of the head using a curved vertical line. Then connect the small mark to the first circle using a long sloping line. The top of the head should be similar to a small hill. Draw a small line under the head for the visible portion of the neck. Connect the 2 body circles using sloping lines to finish the guide for the torso. Curve the line at the bottom for the stomach. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch 2 small circles for the eyes. Place the eyes on top of the horizontal construction guide and on either side of the vertical guide. The eyes should be small in relation to the head. When you get the sizes and positions of the eyes right, darken the shapes. As you darken each shape, make the sides pointier for the corners of the eyes. The eye on the left should be a bit smaller because the head is turned. Place the eye on the left close to the vertical construction guide. Draw a couple of short curved lines inside the eyes for the irises. Make the irises circular. In the middle of each eye, draw a tiny dot for the pupils. Make the sides of the eyes thick and dark. Draw a couple of lines around the eyes for the eyelids and wrinkles. Follow the basic shapes of the eyes as you draw these lines. Keep the lines close to the shapes of the eyes. Draw longer lines above the eyes for the bottom of the brow. Curve these lines around the eyes. Under the eyes, draw 2 short vertical lines for the sides of the nose. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the lines when you get the shapes right. Use the initial lines and shapes as guides to help you position the nose. The nose should be slightly to the left of the eyes. Inside the nose, draw 2 small curved lines for the nostrils. These lines should be similar to small arcs. Draw a couple more small curved lines for the nostrils openings. Add a couple of lines at the top for the top of the nose. Starting on the left side of the nose, lightly sketch a curved vertical line for the side of the mouth. Extend the line to the right so that it's under the head circle. Curve the right side of the mouth down slightly. When you get the shape of the mouth right, darken the lines. Pay attention to the distance between the mouth and the nose. Don't draw the mouth too close to the nose. Draw a curved line under the mouth for the chin. Draw the line using a series of short strokes for the hair on the chin. Draw a few more lines to emphasize the structure of the head. To the left of the eyes, draw a curved vertical line for the left side of the face. Higher above the eyes, draw a couple of short horizontal lines for the top part of the brow. Add a few lines to the right of the nose to complete the shape of the face. The shape of the face should curve in toward the nose. On the right side, lightly sketch a curved line for the ear. Place the ear on the edge of the initial circle close to the horizontal construction guide. The ear should be similar to a backward letter C. Draw a few short lines within the shape of the ear for structure. Use the line at the top as a guide to draw the rest of the head. Darken the basic path of the line to create the shape of the head. Use a series of short strokes as you darken the line for the hair on the head. Don't make the strokes too long. Make the side of the head more curved than the initial guide. Draw a few short strokes under the ear for the jaw. Connect the side of the head to the jaw using curved lines. Add a few more short strokes within the head to emphasize the structure. Darken the guides on the left side using short strokes for the side of the head. Add a few more short strokes under the chin and on the right side of the head. Use the shape under the front part of the body as a guide to draw the arm. Make the shape of the arm slightly wider than the initial guides. Use a series of short strokes as you darken the shape for a hairy texture. Curve the shape of the arm slightly to indicate the muscles. Extend the top of the arm so that it's inside the body. Curve the top of the shape to create the shoulder. The top of the shoulder should be close to the face. Use the square-like shape at the bottom as a guide to draw the hand. Make the sides of the hand more curved than the initial guides. Draw a series of short strokes close to the bottom for the hair on the knuckles. At the bottom, draw a series of short curved lines for the fingers. The fingers are folded and not visible from this angle. Draw a small shape on the bottom right side for a visible finger. Use the shape on the left as a guide to draw the other arm. Darken the shape using a series of short strokes to create the hairy arm. Make the arm slightly wider than the initial guides. Curve the shape of the arm to indicate the muscles. Darken the bottom of the shape for the hand. Most of this hand will be hidden behind the first hand, so only draw the visible section. Use the shape on the far right side as a guide to draw the leg. Just like with the arms, draw the shape of the leg along the basic path of the guide. Make the leg slightly wider than the initial guides. Darken the shape at the bottom to create the foot. On the left side of the foot, draw a few small curved lines for the toes. Not all the toes will be visible from this angle. Use the shape to the left as a guide to draw the other leg. Darken the outer edges of the guides using short strokes to create the hairy leg. Draw a couple of short curved lines on the left side of the foot for the toes. Draw a curved line near the middle of the foot for another toe. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the body. Simply darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the body. The top of the body should connect to the top of the leg. Don't overlap the arm and leg that are on this side of the body as you draw the stomach. Now erase the initial guidelines. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Don't worry about erasing all of the guidelines. It's okay if you leave some behind. Redraw any of the final lines that you may have accidentally erased. Add a few lines under the eyes for wrinkles. Now shade your drawing. Use a dark value to shade most of the body. Shade lightly at first and gradually build up to darker values. For light values, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for darker values. Shade using a series of short strokes to create a hairy texture. As you shade, leave a few small sections blank for highlights. Use strokes that go in the direction of the hair. On top of the head, the strokes are mainly vertical. Use longer strokes to shade the arms. Leave a few sections blank for highlights. Curve the strokes on the arm to change the orientation of the hair. As you shade, separate the strokes a bit so that the white of the paper comes through and creates a hairier texture. Use a darker value to create shadows. Shadows will give the figure more dimension and volume. pick a light source as you shade so that the shadows are consistent throughout the figure. Here the light source is coming from the top, so most of the shadows will be on the underside of the shapes. Don't shade too smoothly. A rough value will create more texture on the hair. Use a dark value along the stomach for a shadow. This is a silverback gorilla, so use a lighter value along the back. Gradually push down harder on your pencil to blend the light value on the back with the dark value on the stomach. Use a dark value to shade the legs. Add a cast shadow at the bottom using a medium value. Shading can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep shading until you're happy with the result. And that's it for the gorilla. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.